Um, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are TyE Team Hyderabad. I'm Pravishta Nadala, here to speak about Illuminate, creating new paths for tomorrow. Firstly, I'd like to identify the problem statement here. We all know that there are many decisions that we have to take in our life, and these decisions will impact us for the good or bad. What we at Illuminate have identified is that the most important decision in our life is that of a career choice, as a career choice can change your entire life dramatically. The world as a whole looks at a few career choices as demeaning, and the top of the list is creativity. Creativity has been looked down upon for a very long time, and at Illuminate, we have seen that in South Asia, especially, creative fields such as art and music are looked down upon. We want to give young artists a platform to express themselves and to prove this social norm wrong. As Robert Frost puts it, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. We want young students to explore, take risks, since they do not have a lot to put at stake. We want them to do this, and we want them to explore, take risks, and look at what life really is. We want them to follow their creative instincts, and that is why we want to give them a platform to showcase their talents freely, and they can do this online, virtually, where there's no repercussions to what they do. I'd like to introduce my team to you, firstly, starting with my friend and co-founder, Jaswant Tumala, Pranati Dandu, Saisri Guram Reddy, and Dos Saladin. I'd like to talk to you more about who we are and what do we do. We are a company that offers both virtual and physical platforms to teenagers to showcase their creative talents, especially artists and musicians. We help musicians and artists connect with each other, since we identify the fact that networking is very, very important and essential. Just like us entrepreneurs, network and connect with each other in order to grow in our careers and move forward. We want to offer artists a platform to connect with each other and help them grow and pursue their dream. Giving them a head start is essential, and this can only be done through a peer-to-peer interface that we want to develop. We also want to offer them an online marketplace where they can showcase and sell their work. We are also into brand building services for artists, since as we have seen in the last few decades, artists have been continuously exploited by corporate powerhouses due to lack of recognition for their work and talent. We want artists to be free, and we want artists to be independent, and that is why we want to promote independent musicians. Our services include a peer-to-peer platform where artists can connect, talk, and review each other's work. This will help them build up a solid network and give them a head start in their careers. We also have a connoisseur review. A connoisseur review is basically giving them expert feedback and opinion on their work and letting them know if they have the creative flair to pursue a career in art and music. An online marketplace where artists can sell their work and monetize their creative potential. We will be taking a 10% commission for this. A RadioNet is an on-demand music streaming service for our musicians, where it is a premium service and people have to pay to feature their music on our on-demand music service. It comes in, for the end user, it has two variations. One is the free service where they have to listen to advertisements, and the other is a premium service where they can skip the advertisements through a set user fee. Cultural Fest. This is our physical platform. We'll be organizing many cultural fests in metropolitan cities across India throughout the year. This is where young local artists get an actual place to showcase their talent in front of thousands of people. This will give them an opportunity to get international recognition, since we'll be inviting talent scouts from across the world to review their work. And such events usually attract a lot of media attention and celebrity attention, thus guaranteeing us an increase in brand equity in the long run. Our product development cycle lasts for 1 year, And we have included a test phase at the end of it for 5 months, in which we'll be testing our business plan on a small scale in order to ensure that any flaws can be rectified before we actually go to investors for investments. Now I'd like to speak about our competitive advantages in art. So Illuminate.org offers a complete suite. It is one stop. You have everything that an artist needs in the long run to kickstart his career. We have a peer-to-peer interface, which is one of our unique selling points. No other website actually offers this. This helps artists build up a network, and also, since a network is essential, as entrepreneurs, we know the value of this network. It will help us in the long run, and it will help us kickstart our careers. Talent scouts. So we want our artists to be recognized for their creative potential, and that is why we invite talent scouts to look at our featured work. We have a separate user interface for our talent scouts exclusively. Brand building services are essential. This is because, as I've already said, artists have been limited in the past by corporate houses who have demanded, who have set time frames and have limited the creative potential of artists. Under music, we have a peer-to-peer interface. Again, it is unique in nature. None of the websites ranging from Beatport, SoundCloud, and YouTube offer this. We want it to be like a LinkedIn. What LinkedIn is for us entrepreneurs, we want to make it for musicians and artists. We want them to have an individual brand in order to help them publish their own music in the future. An option to play in concerts. This is something that is one of its kind in South Asia. We'll be bringing it to South Asia, and we'll feature top artists in these concerts, mostly high school students. Now I'd like to hand over the mic to Jaswant Tumala, who will be walking you through market analysis.
At the moment, the market size for art is $1.6 billion, and for music, it is $69 million. Why? Why is it so low? It is because $10 billion is lost in piracy every year in South Asia. This is why we're going to build up on the independent music. It is estimated that the independent music industry is going to reach $1.2 billion in 2016. Our target audience range from the ages of 14 to 21. As teenagers, we believe that this is the age where we could choose which field we should enter and build upon it over the years. We will be vigorously promoting ourselves through social media websites such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and more. Every person needs a role model. That's why we're going to bring in celebrity endorsements such as A.R. Rahman. We have already talked to him, and he's willing to support us. We want to feature ourselves in a very famous TV show known as liberal arts TV show known as MAD, which is Music, Art, and Dance. We want to create ourselves as a centric brand so our customers won't have to rely on a corporate house, as Pravishta said. We will be promoting ourselves through online campaigning, school campus promotional events, which will mainly be cultural fests and competitions to interact with the students, and also cultural fests, which attract a large amount of population of our target audience. We'll be acquiring our customers by offering them deals, packages, and discounts to make it easier for them to come onto our platform. And we will also be providing a free service for 3 months for them to test the waters of a creative field. We'll retain our customers through our premium services, such as a connoisseur's review, an option to play in cultural fests so they can exhibit their talents, are an exceptional customer service, and keeping them updated through newsletters. Now I hand the mic to my colleague Dost.
Hi, I'm Dost Aladdin, and I will be speaking on customer scaling. As you can see, there are 2 kinds of services which we offer. Now, the premium services and the free services. We are expecting to achieve a user base of 7,000 in our test phase. Through extensive research, we have concluded that there are 350 private schools in each metropolitan city. We would be targeting 2 metropolitan cities in our first year. Since we are targeting a niche market, we have planned our figures very conservatively. We have taken 10 amount of users per school on an average of 2 users per grade, which gives us a total of 7,000. However, in the upcoming years, we would be upgrading ourselves to 5 other metropolitan cities and other South Asian countries as well, reaching a target customer base of 22,000 by the end of our 5th year. Now, I call upon Pranati Dandu.
Hello everyone. I will be presenting the SWOT analysis. To begin with, the strengths. There is a huge demand for our services. There are many individuals out there who have talent but nowhere to showcase them. This is where our company comes in. We have a set of unique selling points which gives us a competitive edge over our competitors. Since we are targeting a niche and concentrated market, we have a very specific set of a target audience. There is a growing market for original art by upcoming artists. And also, a lot of people are looking into art as an investment since it has a high growth value. However, we do have some weaknesses. Firstly, the authenticity of the art is at stake since we are posting it on a public domain. However, we will make sure the connoisseurs will only review the original art. And also, at the beginning, there is a low market reach. But however, after we build our company and add on more services, it will continue to grow. Our opportunities. In South Asia alone, there is a $10.6 billion potential market size. There are many individuals who are seeking to pursue their talents in a professional manner. Since our company deals with an attractive social cause, we will be aiming to get support from celebrities and sponsors. There are many art students out there who are currently unemployed, so our company gives them the opportunity to prove themselves, as well as art professors who are looking for part-time jobs. And also, there's a huge growth potential for indie music in Asia. To conclude, the threats. There are a few barriers to entry, which gives other companies the ability to copy our services. However, to build the same platform and network is very time-consuming. And lastly, demographic shifts, such as population, income, and taste changes can be crucial, especially since artwork is a luxury good, so changes in the economy can cause unstable sales. Now I will hand it over to Siri to go over the financial overview.
Hello, I'm Siri, and I'll walk you through the financial overview of our company. We at Illuminate Private Limited want to impact the lives of the young, talented, and aspiring musicians and the artists. We would want to reach out to as many customers as possible, as we want to create a huge impact in the society. And also, we have made few assumptions while calculating our financials, which is we would be acquiring 7,000 customers in the first test phase, which lasts for 5 months. And also, we would be acquiring 3% of the indie music market, and also we will be acquiring that in the last 3 years. And also, we can see that we get into losses in the first year, a loss of $500,000. And second year is our break-even, where we make a profit of $495,000. We scale up and increase our net profit to $12 million by the end of the 5th year as we expand into different cities in India and Southeast Asia. Now I would like to hand it over to Pravishta.
Our development and test phase lasts for 1 year, and our business model, we have calculated the finances for the first 4 years. We will be scaling up the business model on an international scale in the 3rd and 4th years by expanding into South Asian markets like Vietnam Vietnam, China, Singapore, and Indonesia. We at Illuminate we want to impact the artist at the end of the day, and that is why we have kept our user fees low and affordable at just $20 per annum. This will include all our premium services like connoisseur reviews, and thank you.
So you've said your artists will be 14 to 21, and you've talked about a $10.6 billion market. Have you looked out what percentage of this $10.6 billion market is art from artists who are between 14 and 21? Any idea at all?
That is about $40 million for amateurs alone.
So of the 10.6 billion, 40 million is your target market now.
In India.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
also indie music accounts for mostly college graduates and high school students. That's $1.2 billion in potential market size in South Asia. And professional and amateur artists in China are coming up as of now with a potential market size of nearly $3 billion sourced from Business Insider.
Yeah, but your focus is India first off, right? So your
Yes.
target market will be what, that 40 million that you're talking about?
$40 million plus plus $69 million for independent musicians.
Okay, number one. Number two, how are you going to incentivize the connoisseurs to go out and review the art? What do they have in stay?
Well, firstly, we would like to start off by hiring talent scouts. These talent scouts would like to mentor and identify talent at a very young age so that they can bring them up as international talent. So there's an incentive for these talent scouts to take up connoisseuring, which they do part-time. And there's a large number of art professors in India who are underpaid. We have identified that these art professors are willing to work part-time as art teachers and connoisseurs. So we'll be enlisting their help and we'll be paying them per review.
You were cut off when you were just talking about the paid subscription. I'll let you finish your thought on that.
Our paid subscription includes many premium services, such as our access to our online marketplace, where they can feature put up their artwork and they sell it. We take 10% commission. Musicians can put up their music on our on-demand service, which is and we make our revenue from this through advertisements and premium subscriptions. And lastly, they get access to our connoisseur reviews.
So who's setting the price of the music? Is it the
artists themselves?
The artists themselves, okay.
Initially, you are targeting India, and later on you want to go to Southeast Asia, and each region has their own music and their own artwork and all that. How do you plan to go on recruiting the talent from other parts of the world?
Well, as a part of our promotional strategy, we interact with students at a grassroots level by organizing campus events and cultural festivals, which attract a lot of college students who are a part of our target audience. So it will ensure that we are directly in touch with our audience and we get feedback from them to improve our services.
So are you planning to do any proof of concept to see that it works?
As a proof of concept, we have already we organized a student conference, which is known as a Model United Nations conference, in which we put up a committee called UNESCO, discussing young artists and how to bring them up. And this, most of our ideas were taken from this conference itself.
So what was the proof? You ran something and you got something out?
And we also spoke to Mr. A.R. Rahman, who said that he would be willing to support it, which means that we already have celebrity endorsements, bringing in a few of our customers initially. And as a part of our testing our business plan, we want to initially only start off with 2 cities before going to any investors to test this business plan, as already mentioned.
So, one of the key points of differentiation that you had earlier is that you do more than one thing. Like Saffron Art does the online marketplace for art and so on, but you're doing so many things. Are you doing too many things?
Well, I don't think we're doing too many things because all of them are interconnected at the end of the day. If you see online marketplace and if you the online marketplace is something like something that can be related with a peer-to-peer platform where artists can, and brand building services as well, where we promote our artists through social media. So indirectly we are gaining promotion for our online marketplace. So we have ensured that there's a link between each of these services.
Right. And the point I was making is that if you look at e-commerce, at least you look at any of the big e-commerce sites, including Amazon, which is the largest one out there, they started with just selling books. And then they went into music, and then they got into video, and then they got into practically everything that we buy on the internet today, including groceries. So, you know, so where are you going to start from? So that is one. And second is that, you know, is this an online place you're doing? Is this looking for talent you're looking for? Is this an online community of artists? I still don't get what is it that you're trying to do.
We want to look for talent and we want to give them a platform to express themselves. At the same time, we will initially be starting off with the peer-to-peer interface where they can connect with each other, talk to each other, get feedback and know what things are like out there. So at the same time, we want to have connoisseurs who will give them a realistic view of what is out there. So that teenagers are known for making hasty decisions and we want them to make a quick decision, but yes, an informed one. We want that to happen. So we, at the end of the day, what we are trying to do is look for talent, connect artists with each other, and offer them a place to monetize their creative talents.
So I think that is what you just said is something which is your main value proposition. I think the rest in terms of indie music and art and online marketplace could come secondary. This is almost like, you know, creating online. So, you know, the creating online vertical communities is what is happening in so many different walks of life. This is, you know, the best example is, this is like a LinkedIn for artists. But if you are going to do something like that, and it's an online platform, why limit it to only India? Because it's the thing about online platforms is you can actually just put it out there and see who wants to build their online communities. Like LinkedIn did not start just from US. I mean, there are practically people from all over the world who like the platform on LinkedIn and setting it up on as an online community.
Well, we followed the example of Facebook here, who restricted themselves to universities to test their business model. For the first 2 years, we want to restrict ourselves to the metropolitan cities of India to ensure build on our business plan and make sure that we do not have too many flaws before we scale the business model and go international.
You talked about connoisseurs. Have you, and I didn't remember seeing that in your financials, was it there, your acquisition cost and that cost, was it built in your?
We accounted for them under our staff and management costs. So
what was the percentage of your?
If you could just give me a second,
It's okay.
So under expenses for year one, it's mostly it's mostly developing a platform here, since and we will be using services of art professors from Osmania University whom we have spoken to. They said that for the initial years they are willing to mentor and guide young artists free of cost, since they're interested in helping our cause, and hence we did not account for it in our initial year, as we are restricting ourselves just to 2 cities and a limited number of users. However, in the second year, our management costs and staff costs went up to nearly $250,000, which accounts for most of our expenses at that point. Since we already have a platform built in the first year, we will be changing the user interface in order to keep it more attractive. That's it.
I think we're done. Yeah. By the way, I forgot to loved your branding. I don't know, is one of you artists, did you design it? Can you show the first screen, the logo, and it's beautiful.